Ooh. Ooh. Hey, first and foremost, y'all doing great. Second, they fucked up putting me after lunch because I'm about to go in, y'all. I'm ready. Are y'all ready? Sweet. I got my mom in the front row on FaceTime. Hi, Mom. My Auntie Jackie, Uncle Sal, got Pops. And it is my intention to hydrate y'all. You guys might be in the desert, but that doesn't mean y'all need to be dehydrated. Y'all know what I mean? Y'all know what I mean? I like participation. I'm a big fan. But I want y'all hydrated at the soul level. Anyone have some fruit when you went to lunch? Anyone have some fruit? What'd y'all have? What'd you have? Pineapple, coconut, nice, nice. Any oranges? Watermelon maybe? Okay, some sandia? Yeah, there we go. I love fruit because if you've ever seen me eat an orange, it's, I think, a sight of beauty. Just really when you're on that hot summer day or your lips are just parched and you just got, you just splash right on in. There's something about fruit that just really, I think, embodies life and what life could be. As y'all have gotten some amazing strategies, y'all have gotten some great tools of awareness from all the speakers, which can we get some love for our morning speakers, please, please, please? And what my intention is the next 17 minutes or so is to simply connect to you at a soul level. And it's to give you 3 different strategies to encourage yourself when times are hard, or you're going through it. And I think the first one needs to be ancestry. Ancestry, you could say of your soul, but I'll just focus on bloodline. As my abuela transitioned about 2 months ago, and she's one of the lovely souls over there. And as I printed out, or I received her picture to put on the seat today, it was just, it's like there's waves, of course, when grieving and in loss. And if there's one thing I've learned in connecting to my ancestry and experiencing death for the first time, really, it's like I feel like I can connect to so many people. I'm like, oh, that's what y'all were feeling. Oh, that's the waves of grief when someone used to be at your house or a phone call away and you can't do it anymore. We had Leo, our cat, pass away the week before. And watching my boy Lou going through what he was going through. I'll never forget that, like, coming in through that door with BCB, just had a great weekend up in Phoenix, saw Kevin Hart and shit, so we're on a high, and seeing Lou just in his thoughts. And I was like, bro, what's up? He said, Leo died. It's like, what? No day is guaranteed, and I embody that shit now more so than ever. Because the opposite of that is life. The beauty of that is life. The excitement of that is life. I think the superpower of the human being is to feel what we feel. With all of you. Like, to feel all of it. It's not bad emotion and good, or bad emotion and good emotion. It's just emotion. There is no labels. It's all for you. It's all for you. All the pain, all the suffering, all the grief, all the sadness, all the anxiety, all the burnout, all the depression, all the suicidal thoughts, it's all for you to be transmuted into something powerful. Not just for you, but like Lindsay and Dr. Lance said, for the whole, for society, for this world. And I done learned that I got a Pisces moon, so I feel everything. Everything. I said this shit last year, but I'm like, damn, that's what a Saturn's return does? Because I feel like the universe was just like, boom, like, do you get it? No, you need to slow down. I'm gonna talk about my elbows somehow as I interweave, still on Ancestry. But as you connect to your ancestry and what they've done, my grandma raised 5 kids. She didn't speak any fucking English when she came to the country from Peru. Right there, I'm like, what excuse do I have? I have no other option. Like, whatever it takes, y'all feel me? Have y'all been at a point where it's like, yo, whatever it takes? Raise your hand if you've been there. I'm just making sure y'all with me. There's magic in that shit. Because with the permission that your ancestors can give you, there's so much legacy, there's so much energy, there's so much, like when you feel depleted, you can tap into something beyond yourself. And what is that? That's energy, that's lessons, that's codes for you. My nana, my abuela, she gave me codes of unconditional love. Leo, codes of unconditional love. Brett hates cats. He liked Leo. Everyone that came in didn't like cats, love Leo. Why? Unconditional love. My grandmother, everyone that came to her wake just loved her because she just loved on everybody else unconditionally. Something about I'm not biased at all, but something about a Latino mom's love, oh no, abuelita's love, mi nietocito lindo. Oh. It's just it's irrefutable because it invites and invokes this feeling inside you. And I'll just say this, I'm part of KTC, of course, the source, of course. Where's Monica? There you are. When I first encountered the Wilson sisters, what'd they say to Ev? They said something along the lines of like, hey, are y'all coke? I'm glad someone thought that funny. But what it is, because I got this shit in chiropractic school too, people do not understand or trust the vibration of unconditional love. So when they get around someone that has been through what they've been through or going through what they're going through and they're still showing up in service, they're still showing up in love, it's irrefutable and they don't know what to do with themselves because it fractured or they forgot it at some point, shape, or form. And there's so much power in this community right here because I guarantee you're gonna go back to your communities and you're gonna be different. And you're gonna try to explain what you experienced here and what you felt here and what you saw here. And the exciting part of it, you don't even need to put words to it. You get to just be different. Brett was speaking earlier and he said it's about being better or adding to the space or contributing. It's just about being. Those first two letters, be. Just be. As so many people don't know how to navigate things. So strategy number one, once more, ancestry. I'm not gonna go deeper on that right now because I don't feel it's necessary, but it's like I can look on my black side and my Peruvian side, both lineages were enslaved. Both. It's like, yo, if my ancestors can go through everything that they've gone through once more, whatever it takes, because you are your ancestors' greatest dreams, ideas, thoughts. You are what they wanted for themselves, but they couldn't bring into fruition at the time, so instead they just kept doing what they needed to do, not just to survive, but so you can thrive. Ancestry. Say it with me, ancestry. I'm just making sure y'all alive. Y'all doing great. Hey, look to your partner and say, you're doing great. Y'all better mean that shit. Look at your partner and say, you're doing great. Look at your partner and say, I'm doing great. Ah, nice, this is fun. All right, y'all ready for strategy number two? All right, here we go, community. Whew. It just so happened when I met Dr. Brett and Dr. Lance, the first time I ever trained with them, we move, we breathe, we meditate, a little bit of what we did before, but there's affirmations that y'all didn't do that we do. And Brett said an affirmation so strongly, it just shook me to my core and just shook out all the trauma of me being disconnected from myself, hating myself, and just feeling not worthy. And he said, I love me and I'm proud of me. He said, I love you and I'm proud of you. And then at that time, in those 23 years, I had never said that to myself, ever. And I couldn't stop crying for 10, 15 minutes. They had already went back into training and things and doing fun things. I was over there shooketh trying to get my face together. Same thing, when Brett talked, y'all were talking about me, y'all like my hugs? I love y'all. Love y'all. I learned from Lance, fun fact. He doesn't just have pretty eyes, he gives the best hugs as well too. Humble opinion. I was buried in Drew, just looking at the picture of my grandmother. And he just happened to catch a glance at me as it fucking hit me. And that wave of emotion that can come through you. And he just squeezed me as Brett's like, yo, people love to come to the source just for Jamal's hugs. And I'm over here just squeezing just squeezing Drew as he's squeezing me. It's an act of love to hold each other in this time. I think it's necessary because everybody's going through it. It just looks different. It just looks different, y'all. And when it comes to community can give you the encouragement that you may not have within yourself at the darkest of your times. When I was going through school, I got my two line brothers right there. I call them Flip and Snoop. Y'all can call them Dr. Ricardo and Dr. Reggie. Those are my two best friends. Kind of funny. Snoop's black, I'm black and Peruvian. Flip is Puerto Rican, and I'm kind of like in the middle. That's how he lived. I don't know, it's kind of just funny to me. But they got me through some of the hardest times in my life, as when I met Brett and Lance and started going through and facing the sexual trauma that I faced when I was younger and let all that repressed anger and emotion out. They were there to support me and help structure me and to help encourage me and call me forward and just keep going. I got Dill here. I got some of our people are from the original Life You Facilitator crew. Brett talked about service, getting lost in service. Man, if you don't know what to do, but you can find someone to serve, you can volunteer, you can get a mentee, you can serve the home, you can serve whatever it may be. It gets you out of the way, it gets you out of yourself. So when it came to serving at 5:30 in the morning, not that cute 6 a.m. stuff, no, 5:30, the Life You crew, it was no brainer. My alarm would go off, I'd literally rocket out of bed because I knew I was moving for something bigger than myself. And my community were the ones to remind me yo, you're doing great. So when it comes to encouraging yourself, when it comes to community, you gotta ask for help. Tell you what, dislocated this elbow about 8 weeks ago. It's still holding, it's kind of just chilling there. I'm like, it's unraveling at his own speed. I'm not rushing it, he's just chilling. I'm doing all that I need to and helping it heal in a natural way. But when it comes to the Source Tucson, y'all may not ever feel this, but when you have to take someone through a new patient exam, you take them through their report, yo, you're hella excited, and then you just can't adjust them quite yet. It's oh man, that doesn't feel good. But what does feel good is being a part of a team that you can trust I trust with my spine and my life, that they get to take care of my people as well too. So in being able to take care of yourself, you gotta be able to ask for help. As there's so many people that have this barrier of guilt, of shame, of unworthiness that's in the way of them actually experiencing what they want to and what they can. And it just asks, it's a simple humility. Yeah, it's probably hella uncomfortable, but remind yourself you've already gone through what you've gone through, and there's so much essence into that, which is strategy number 3. Self. David Goggins calls it the soul cookie jar. And it's just a reference of going to all the hard times, get a big breath in case your eyes are kind of, closing. Breath in, here we go. I got 5 more minutes. Exhale. Reference yourself. Take this shit off. Reference yourself when it comes to going in on your life. You only get one life. What have you done? What have you done? What traumas have you gone through? What relationships have you shed? What pain have you gone through or are you going through right now? Because that's all inventory of your soul, of what you've gone through, and you've adapted, baby, and you're still here. Yes. And as you can reference these, it's you get a nice, energetic hit, or you can lean back into things, and it's so important to be able to reference the legacy of how far you've gone because it will take you to where you want to go. So when it comes to navigating pain, navigating trauma, healing, getting uncomfortable, you gotta be able to reference yourself and pay homage to yourself and encourage and have some respect for yourself. Charge yourself up. Be your own hype man. But if that's not enough, that's when you can go to that community. Dr. Lance was talking about needs and things. Yeah, your community can remind you of your greatness. And then you can, if that's not enough, go to your Ancestry. And out of those 2-3 lenses, you can find some charge to go through it, because I live by a model of LTFI, and it means lean the fuck in. Lean the fuck in. Because whatever it is, yo, you got it. But you need to have both of these cheeks in the car. You can't expect your life to change and you're out here just one cheeking it and things. You need both cheeks. You got both cheeks in your seat right now, yeah? And that's just you chilling. What would it look like for life if you put both cheeks in? What does your legacy look like? Because once more, your energy is the medicine of whoever you're gonna impact and whoever you're gonna affect. The pain that you've transmuted into power and transformed into power, that's the legacy that you're gonna leave upon this world and upon this species. And I'm telling y'all, when you can reach out to the community or reach out to friends, mentors, whatever it means, and they remind you of how well you're doing, it invites a sense of breath, which you can come back to, thanks to Dr. Lance Von Stade. In this moment, feeling complete. I just want to acknowledge everybody as I'm excited for Danny to get up on this stage in a minute and talk and bridge into faith. But may y'all be able to acknowledge yourselves better, reference y'all community, and reference your ancestry. Thank you so much.